Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Ricamus Reacts to RWBY. My name is Ricamus, and today I'm going to be reacting to Volume 5, Chapter 2. No, I'm not going to change my shirt because it doesn't matter.
Why?
What do you mean?
Did you tell them you were going to record 2 in one day?
Well,
you just look like a filthy slob.
Well, now you're in the shot and you're ruining everything.
Put on another shirt.
No, I'm not changing my shirt.
You have so many RWBY shirts.
Fine. Fine. Be right back. My lovely wife pointed out that I should probably wear a different shirt, and I'm going to leave this in. That's right.
Happy.
So, this time I'm wearing Sun Fu. Not that I care one way or the other what happens to Sun. Sorry, guys. Just kidding. Nah, he's been growing on me as a character, but I don't dislike him. I just, I'm not obsessed with him like other people are. But I do like this shirt. It's really cool, and I love his gunchucks, and I'm a fan of bananas as well. Okay, so yeah, I am going to be watching Chapter 2, Volume 5, Chapter 2, which is Dread in the Air. Yeah, so I'm very excited to see the next episode. Obviously, this is not coming out until the week after it is aired, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, and hopefully I'll have gotten the Yang short out at some point. Like I've said, I have already seen the Yang short at Comic-Con. I did do a audio audience reaction of that, so I'm going to get that out at some point because I think that would be fun. Yeah. It actually kind of sucks that you can't really see my Sun Fu. I should probably angle this down a little. But then it's probably going to screw it. Probably going to cut my head off. Anyway. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm glad that we are at a point where everybody's already been checked in with. So hopefully we're going to be moving the story along some more. We got 14 episodes this volume, so hopefully that means we're going to get a lot more story in this, and hopefully we're going to have nice long episodes. How long? I don't even know how long this episode is. Yeah, this one's also 20 minutes long, so that's great. I'm yes. Good job, guys, for getting out some long episodes and extending the season and everything. That's really great. I know that some episodes are going to be shorter this volume, but the first 2 being long is awesome. So yeah, let's jump right into the next episode. Here we go. And I like this new intro. Make sure. Love the team together. And Oscar learning the fight. Yeah. A little shot of Osman in the background. Oh yeah. And so it looks like that thing from the intro. I'm wondering, is Watts a Faunus, or is that just his weapon, like a cat of nine tails kind of thing? I think that's Sienna Khan.
No, she's definitely the Spring Maiden.
I like seeing Raven smiling. It's sinister in a sense. I'm really wondering what that interaction is going to be like when Raven and Yang meet up. And I know that they've got to get back together at some point, but everything in this intro looks like Blake is stuck in Menagerie. If they do meet up with Salem, it's a lot less likely that my theory about her is right. Oh, right back in.
Are we ready?
And here's Watts. Going to find the Bronwyn tribe now, I'm assuming. That little smile. You know, that would actually be a cool cosplay for me. And her little overseer.
After you. Your Grace. Are you there?
Hello, Leonardo. Do you have something to report?
Of course, ma'am. I would not waste your time if not. I'm still just so fascinated by this creature. Cinder, dear, are we coming through? Can you see us clearly? Well, as clearly as you can.
What a dick. Oh, she's speaking.
Oh, goody. You've recovered.
Your report. What is it?
I found the Spring Maiden.
Is that so? Well done, Arthur. Had I known how useful you'd be
Oh,
in
that-
expediting
the-
this process,
that's
I
what
would
it
have
is.
sent you long, long ago.
As much as I'd love to take credit, ma'am, I can't say that either of us are to thank for this development. I guess you could say a little birdie told us.
Explain.
You
Bronwyn
see,
didn't
ma'am,
die.
Crow Bronwyn arrived at Haven Academy earlier today. He believes Spring has taken residence with his sister's tribe.
Is the girl with him?
Yes, Miss Rose was in attendance.
And you know of the tribe's location?
Yes, ma'am. But you have to hurry. Crow is already at odds with my...
Leonardo. Do you
Creepy.
remember the first time we met? I remember. I remember your fear. But since that day, you've been extraordinarily brave. I won't forget all that you've done for me.
Is she gonna kill him?
Do not forget everything I can do
No, okay.
to you. Cinder, you and your team will meet with Dr. Watts, and together
Yes, they're getting
convince Raven
involved.
Bronwyn that the survival of her people depends on her cooperation. Once you have Spring under control, escort her to the relic and contact Hazel. The White Fang was promised the destruction of Haven, and they'll have it once we have what we need.
Understood.
Not you, Arthur. Tyrion's in need of a new tale.
What happened to his old one?
Guess.
The silver-eyed girl. It will be done.
The animation on her eye actually looks better too.
Seems Crow was right, Lionheart. Students aren't pushovers.
You're free to speak your mind.
I don't understand. Working with bandits? Keeping Ruby alive? What's the point? We're strong enough to take what we want by force.
Never underestimate the usefulness of others. Take Leonardo. He was one of Ozpin's most trusted, and yet now... You will have the power I promised you when the time is right. But remember...
Were you one of his
comes
most
with a
powerful?
cost.
I still think
If
so.
Ruby Rose has learned to harness her gift, then you must
She
take
has not.
care to protect yours. There's only so much I can do to aid you. And Cinder, before you go, inform Tyrion that I wish to have a word with him.
Oh boy. Yeah, because he said that he was poisoned. Yeah. Weiss. Are you gonna help? Nope. Looks like you're not gonna help. That sucks. The floating islands that we saw? Mirror.
Nowhere good. Passing by some of Lake Matsu's floating islands.
gravity dust that forms in these things is giving us a little turbulence. Nothing I can't
Cool.
handle, but the island sometimes hides some nasty
Gravity
gravity.
dust. All right, so
I'm just
oh,
betting on our friends in distress,
bandits.
keeping them preoccupied.
Pirates, air pirates, airship. Ah! Oh no, they were attacked. Okay.
You've got to be kidding me.
By the gods, we lost Percy! Help!
Okay, she is getting involved. Ooh, those are new. Buzzards. Okay, so before anybody gets up in arms about the fact that I just called them buzzards, that was a reference to Avatar: The Last Airbender, where in the second season, when they were in the desert, there were those like basically vulture slash wasps or bees, whatever that combined that they had to deal with at one point, and I refer to them as buzzards because it's a bit of a pun. It's not the fact that I know that buzzards are birds and that these are clearly like hornets or wasps or whatever. I'm not sure what kind of bug, but yeah. So that's all. Anyway, back to the reaction. Oh shit. Those are creepy. Like wasps in Grim. Oh, they're screwed.
Lancers. Freaking Lancers.
Lancers.
Alright, buckle up!
So I got hit with some copyright blocks on my first upload, and because it was multiple blocks, rather than argue with them, I'm going to try and edit the volume a bit throughout this so that there are fewer issues. So there will be a few times where I drop the audio. I've never actually seen her load them. Trying not to talk over what I'm already saying, but I want to be able. I basically lost a few days last week, and nobody watched my first reaction because it didn't go up until like Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully I will get. Yeah, so these were the people calling for help. Hopefully this works out better. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like this was a good reaction, and nice. Very nice. I don't mind talking over the episode because everybody should have already seen the episode by the time they're watching my reaction. So I'll probably add some more voiceovers throughout. But yeah, such a cool scene. We're getting some mage action from her. That's awesome. Fireball, fireball, fireball. All right. Summon. Is she gonna summon? Oh no. Oh, this is awesome. Also, the animation is great.
What was that?
We're hurt!
Shoot. Lancers, right? Yeah, so they're gonna just tear ships apart, huh?
I got an idea! Hold on!
Getting closer to gravity? Yep. These guys also reminded me a bit of the buzz droids that show up in the Star Wars prequels and in the Clone Wars cartoon and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. I like that whole, like, you know, flying enemy that takes over ships or tears apart ships thing. You know, it's pretty menacing when you're up in the air and, you know, when the vehicle gets destroyed, you fall and die. Ooh. And more fireballs. Actually, this specifically looks like magic missile in what's it called? Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Anyway. Nice. Also here, I'm really enjoying this. You know, they're taking pride in their abilities, especially Weiss here. She's really taking pride in her work, and you're seeing that she's exhausted. Is this the big one? This has got to be a big one. Which makes this next part so much better because she is clearly having issues. Well, I mean, she's clearly already exhausted when she's fighting, and I think she incorporates that well because then she just starts throwing the dust at the Queen Lancer. And then she saves everything else for her summon in the end. So it's really cool.
Summon. I'm really enjoying the music too.
I mean, she's been using this dust, this gravity semblance
Well, so
the
much for
entire
photo.
time, draining her aura, and she's still just like throwing everything she has at them. I mean,
Nice.
it really explains why she's so exhausted later on too. But so she's grown so much. She really has improved a lot over the volumes.
We know the song. Yes.
So I'm adding a little bit of voiceover to help with the copyright issues. I just love this scene. Yeah, it's just great seeing her use everything in her arsenal and just like working well with others and being so confident in her abilities. And I just love these shots, the way that the knight runs out of the ship and just dives. I mean, we saw this in the trailer, but it's so amazing. And it's cool to see Weiss controlling it to some degree. Like here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then we see him like jumping around, disappearing and stuff like that. Oh, on a separate note, did anybody else notice that the ship kind of...
Nice.
the ship kind of looks like a Spartan helmet, like in Halo / Red versus Blue. Anyway.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's it for the voiceover here.
I bet you that's not her. Is that Winter? Or maybe it is her.
I tried not to cut too much stuff out,
Is this Sienna Khan?
but I really wanted, like, some of the stuff I didn't cut down.
White Fang will not attack Haven Academy.
High Leader Khan, I am begging you.
You should beg for forgiveness and nothing else. And you should
She
be
is a
grateful
tiger.
you're punished.
I was merely trying to follow your example.
His horns look
High
awesome.
Leader.
And
Much better.
what example might that be?
Strength. Strength and unwavering conviction. The humans have seen that strength now.
I ended up cutting out a lot here because there was a lot of just talking happening, and I was just listening. So I don't know why it sounds like a robot here.
Civil War.
But I figure, I might as well cut this down. A lot of times it does feel like stealing content if I don't. So hopefully this helps a lot.
Hazel's human though.
If you want to know more about the humans, then why not talk to one of them yourself?
Wow, I thought he was... Well, obviously
Hazel.
Tyrion is a Faunus, but I thought Hazel was a Faunus.
Took you long enough.
What is this?
So we definitely get to see a diplomatic
Apologies.
side
I don't aim
to
to
Team
cause
Witch
any
here.
trouble.
And I think that's pretty cool.
Human to this
And it
location?
is
You
really
should
clear
hear
as to
what he
why
has
they
to
sent
say.
This is
Hazel
grounds
instead of
for
another Faunus
execution.
like Tyrion, who is just a sociopath.
I'm instigated.
And a bit of a zealot,
I'm just asking
which I don't
for
think would
a
sit
moment
well
to
with the White Fang.
I like his voice, although it sounds different.
The longer you
You'd
stay,
probably want to be
Sounds like it
convinced
was-
by one of
it
your
was
own,
deeper last time.
or just convinced by a true believer, but not somebody who's just so
I'll take
blindly
those
accepting of
chances,
everything that Salem
if you
does.
don't mind.
And somebody that shows respect, like Hazel is clearly showing respect here, and getting her to listen. In fact, if things that happen later on in this scene didn't happen, he probably could have gotten her on their side, and Adam really does ruin everything.
But you don't have to like me to get the results you want.
I'm starting to doubt either of you fully comprehend what it is that I
It's also cool. So there's definitely something going on with Hazel's elbows, and we see him blocking attacks in the intro. So I'm really wondering what is up there. Is that part of his weapon? Does he actually have a weapon? Is his skin kind of impenetrable? Does he have like a Colossus thing going on? I don't know. I'm starting to think about this kind of thing, and
Not only because we have the support
I'm
of
very
Hazel's
curious.
master,
Everybody's so curious
but
about this
because the
character. So am
faunus
I.
are
So
the
I really want to
dominant
know more.
species of this planet. We're better than humans. We have
I also
everything
like that you
humans
see
have and
immediately
more.
that
Humans
Hazel's not
shouldn't
in on
just
this plan.
fear the
He's
faunus.
surprised about what's going on
They
here.
should serve the
He does
faunus.
not know this coup is happening, and
I've had enough of this conversation for tonight.
yeah, like I said, this
Guards,
is
take them
not
away.
necessarily going to be a good thing.
I said take them away.
So is he overthrowing her now?
I will admit, Sienna, you were right about my popularity. My followers in Vale already see me as the true High Leader. And many here in Mistral feel the same.
What are you doing?
That moved fast.
What's right for the faunus. From this day forward, I will be the one to lead the White Fang.
This probably was not part of their plan.
You think I'll just step aside and follow beneath you? You're wrong.
I know. Thank you.
I was
Sienna.
not expecting
You were there
that.
when our people needed you. But they need me now. I'm sorry you couldn't see this through to the end. Give our former leader a proper burial. All who were here
That was
tonight will claim
disappointing.
that Sienna was murdered by a human huntsman.
So I'm going to take a moment here to stop and talk about an issue that has come up that a lot of people have been talking about and they don't really quite get, but I think still makes sense. So a lot of people were arguing like, well, what happened to her aura? Some were saying it wasn't activated, some were saying that she doesn't have aura, which I think is very highly unlikely for a faunus that's leading a militant organization to not have aura. Well, everybody has aura, but not everybody has it trained. But a fighter definitely would have it trained. My thinking on this is not that she didn't have aura or not that it wasn't activated, is that it is specifically tied to Adam's sword. We have seen time and time again that Adam does not, that Adam's sword is able to cut through aura. We see that when Yang has her aura activated and she's attacking him and he cuts her arm off. And we also see that at the point where he stabs Blake in the stomach. So that is going through her aura. And then she uses her semblance later on in that very scene to save Yang's life. So clearly she hasn't depleted her aura. So it is definitely a property of his sword that he can cut through aura. And that makes him very, very dangerous. I don't know what the properties of his sword are. Maybe it's part of his semblance. I don't know. But clearly it is not that people don't have aura. It's that he is cutting through it. We know that you can specifically target aura based on the fight with Tyrion and RWBY, where Tyrion was specifically attacking RWBY's aura. You see him cutting into it and damaging it, and eventually destroying it. So you can attack aura, and I think Adam specifically is able to cut through aura while it is still present. Maybe sort of like break the shield in a sense. Like the shield is still there, but it's like it's a piercing effect. It's like when you pierce through armor. All the rest of the armor is still there, but he can pierce through it through whatever properties he has, and also slice through it in the case of Yang. So yeah, all right. Now let's get back into the rest of the reaction.
Sienna Khan will become a martyr for our cause. Her final act as High Leader.
Damn.
When were you planning on telling me about that?
This was my business, not yours.
It's our business now, and I don't appreciate you withholding things like that.
Your master was concerned with Sienna's willingness to cooperate. Now she doesn't have to be.
Nobody needed to die today.
It's a mistake. It's a huge mistake. He made a huge mistake.
You've made a huge mistake.
I disagree.
Sounds like he's disagreeing with me. Is this Wait. Oh. Okay. Bandits.
Help! Please!
What do you think?
I think we just hit the jackpot.
Crap. I like that they used the more of the full version of the song. Well, things are moving. Yeah, I like the updates to his design. Looks good. That was great. Again, yeah, good episode. Good episode. So yeah, it's interesting. We're not really seeing more of what it is. They're going back to the more focused thing for certain episodes. So it was nice seeing more of what Weiss is planning. That was a great fight. We got to see a new type of Grim. It does suck that she didn't really do anything to like that. She wasn't able to save anybody, but I guess she saved them to some degree. It's possible that the leader is not. I'm not the leader. My God, it's possible that the pilot may not have survived. I don't know. We'll see, but. I really hope that they're not holding her for ransom. I mean, it looks like they're probably going to hold her for ransom. But there may be other plans. I don't know what's going to happen with the bandits, but I'm glad that they're involved now. So that's that. Let's see. What else is there? A lot of the villains. It was nice to see what was going on with them. And all that. You can't hear me, can you? You can, to some degree. Sorry. I was trying not to spoil her since we were about to watch the episode again after I was done with my reaction. So it turned out that she really couldn't hear me, so I did kind of end up cutting some of what I was saying short. But yeah, anyway, back to my analysis. Yeah, so I guess other than Tyrion, they are a group of humans, which I guess I wasn't really expecting that. I definitely thought Hazel was being sent because of him being a Faunus, but I guess it makes more sense that he is probably a better negotiator than Tyrion would be. He's a little bit on the crazy side, so it makes sense. But and I like that they were not on board with that. Even though they are working together, they clearly have their own agendas. And it was disappointing seeing that character. It was awesome seeing Sienna Khan. Disappointing what just happened. Would have liked to have seen more. Maybe it was a bit of a fake out. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And what else? Yeah, we didn't see anybody else in that. Good to see Cinder talking, and it looks like she's actually going to be like taking action, which is good. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, we were seeing them fighting in the intro, so we're going to see the team. We're actually going to hear Mercury and Emerald speak again, actually be involved again, and they're probably actually, you know what? They're probably going to come across Weiss first. I don't know if yeah, it looks like everybody's converging there with the bandits. So that'll be interesting. I'm hoping that they figure out something's up and Team Ranger and Crow decide to go without Lionheart's help. So I think that convergence, and I think that'll kind of reveal Lionheart to the rest of the group. Yeah, but but at the same time, they can't go because they need to train Oscar. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm really excited that the season's back. Obviously, I not much more I can say right now. I just the fight scene is great. I loved the tracking shots in that animation. I thought that it was great seeing Weiss's fighting, and like really used some unique things that we haven't seen before from her. I mean, actually seeing her use a summon in battle and really like usually a lot of the things that we saw her use, it was basically just gravity and ice, and so we're seeing fire. I mean, we saw fire in her short, and we've seen her use wind before. We've seen her use all of those, but it's still a nice touch. And then there's like that energy blast that she was using too. I guess that was probably a lightning thing. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I don't know what else to really talk about. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will, if you liked it, like, subscribe, all that, and I will see you guys in the next video. I can't wait. Bye.